Ravens win their 4th straight game, 30-23 against the Commanders. Am I the only person that watched this game and was always like, how is the score this close? Because throughout the whole game, the Ravens clearly look like the better team. Like, if I watched that game and you blocked out the scoreboard, I would have thought the Ravens won 45-6. I was very confident going into this game. I thought the Ravens were going to blow them out of the water, and they didn't, but they still had a very solid game. This was the first real test for the Commanders since their Week 1 game against the Buccaneers, and they played pretty well. Any NFC team that keeps it within one score of the Ravens does a pretty solid job because Lamar destroys the NFC. He's now 22-1. But I will say, for the Commanders, there were signs in your defense that were promising. Your run defense looks significantly better against a great running back, Derrick Henry. Yes, he still had some big runs, but no one's been able to stop him all year, and you guys did a pretty solid job. But your pass defense, oh my gosh, it is atrocious. If you thought the Ravens' pass defense was horrible, watch the Commanders. There were busted coverages the entire game. Like, at this point, they might need to start running more man coverage because their zones are getting blown out every 2 seconds. Zay Flowers had a great game. Specifically, his first half, he had over 100 yards receiving. And Lamar played great, like usual. He's been very consistent this year, really, other than the Chiefs game. The O-line has looked significantly better, especially after putting in Rosengard from McCary. That right offensive line looks significantly better. And then getting to the Ravens defense, I didn't even know Yannick Ngakoue was getting elevated for this game, but he had a sack and he looked pretty solid. And per usual, the Commanders couldn't run the ball for anything. And when I say per usual, I mean for the Ravens. Nobody has been able to run the ball on the Ravens. They're ranked number 1 in rushing yards. But their pass defense is horrible. It wasn't as bad as the Commanders, and there were certain points in the game where I thought they actually did a pretty good job. And outside of the Bills game, this is probably the best the pass defense has looked, but there's still a need for improvement. Overall, I like a lot of things I saw from the Ravens. Commanders, I wouldn't beat yourself up about this, but to all the Commanders fans that live in my area talking so much shit think you're going to win, you guys look like fools. Us Ravens fans, we were watching you guys talk shit. We just sat back and said nothing. But y'all continue to say, oh yeah, we're taking over the DMV. Y'all ain't doing shit. Maybe in 4 years when you play us again, you'll beat us. But right now, we're the kings of the DMV.